Welcome, people of the World Wide Web. So it's day 26 of the Cineworld Challenge. Hope you come along and enjoying this series. Not long left, so you're probably going to, if you're getting fed up with seeing a video every 5 o'clock from me, there's not too many left to go. So today's subject is a movie that made me happy. Which is hard because, I say, I have 4,300 and I think 5 DVDs currently, movies and films. So there are a lot of them that make me really happy and smart. You know, I love Back to the Future. You know, I love like The Crow and Ready Player One. A lot of these make me smile because I just happy and joyful movies. There even have been sad movies that I have enjoyed, but I thought I wanted to take it. For something to make you feel happy, there obviously has to be a reason behind it. Maybe you are sad, or maybe it is that the reason, or there's something in that film that kind of completes something for me. And this is where my mind and concept was thinking up. What movie have I watched? And I have tried to keep it first, and I have tried to keep it early ones. But I've decided that I would go away. This was actually one of the last movies that I can remember, and it's a few years old now. And I know it's been an honourable mention before, but it's Spider-Man No Way Home. So I am a massive fan of Spider-Man, and I'm a massive fan of Andrew Garfield. And it's specifically Andrew Garfield why I have this film. So, everyone has their favourite Spider-Man. Everyone has it. For me, Tobey Maguire was a really good Spider-Man. He was an okay Peter Parker. Andrew Garfield to me was a really, really good Peter Parker, and he was an all right Spider-Man. Tom Holland, I think people love him. I think he's just an average mix of both. He is a average Spider-Man and he's an average Peter Parker, but because he's average of the two of them, and because he can do all the stunts and stuff like that, he appeals to a younger audience and stuff. And I get that, same way probably Miles Morales does for an even slightly younger generation, or the current generation, so to speak. Since watching him in Spider-Man, I've gone on to watch a lot of his movies and stuff. But for the Spider-Man ones, I feel he was a bit done the dirty, so to speak. Like the first Spider-Man film is great. He improvised some stuff that got shown for, the story is really good. How he got on with Emma Watson and stuff. This character, not Emma Watson. The lady he was dating, I can't even remember her name now. Who played Mary Jane. And yeah, so I think, and the second one, unfortunately, of killing her off was harsh. It was done in a very harsh way that he kind of saves her, but then she smacks her head on the floor. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. This is obviously quite a pivotal thing in the comics as well, and it has only been recently, I think, even in the comics, that they've kind of touched on this and how much actually Norman Osborn forgives him for that. Obviously, he had it was Harry Osborn that had done it in this, and there was Dane DeHaan, and his Green Goblin wasn't really appreciated that much or taken into. They were trying to build up the Sinister Six, and even that was, and I think it was just, unfortunately, there were a lot of aspects that they tried to fit in the film that just didn't work. Too many villains, too much stuff going on, and it is what it is. But this movie got a redemption because you brought all the villains back. You brought all the villains back from Andrew Garfield's world. You got to sort out Electro and kind of finally get in there. We got Tobey Maguire's stuff and had Doctor Strange there, but it was the fact that at the end Zendaya's falling, and obviously Andrew Garfield manages to save her again. Spoiler if you've seen it. I mean, this was shown everywhere. The trailers were out, people were ripping it apart, that there's people that you don't see, and yes, they were right. Yes, Charlie Cox was it, and we didn't expect to see it, but being in that cinema, being in that environment when it came out, I was like, yes, it was so nice to actually see it in person. I went to see it the first or second day it was out to try and avoid it. But for me, it was just, every character got some closure, and for me, it was just really happy to see actually Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. He got to save not his Gwen, but he got to say, not Gwen, his Mary Jane. Yeah. I've screwed it up. Obviously, it wasn't Mary Jane. It was Emma Stone played his Gwen Stacy, and she was the one that died. And yeah, apologies for that. I'm really going to probably get it in the neck from comic book fans. I completely nearly got that wrong. But yeah, I mean, from Andrew Garfield, he didn't get to save his love, but he got to save it for someone else's. And it was just a nice cap to that character. and I so loved that moment. I really hope against franchises using him again. I think him and Toby, they're happy, they've done it, they've filled it off, leave them alone. They don't need to do anything now. It is a really good film, you know. This is a really good film, and I say it's a really good film on the basis that you've seen every other Spider-Man movie and the Avengers and stuff like that, so there's a lot that goes into it. But yeah, this is my selection for today's a movie that makes me happy, and I'm happy for Andrew Garfield. I've been Cypher Sigma, 4 days to go, and then we're done with this, which I'll be glad. And I shall see you in the next one.